All right, guys, gonna go through block 2, starting with our day 1 or our Monday training. Our warm-up's gonna be the same as the previous block. So if you need a refresher on that, go look at the previous video. So we're gonna jump right into day 1 or Monday's movement on block 2. So doing day 1 movement for block 2, it's just gonna be our squat jumps and our resisted sprints. Our resisted sprints the same as block 1, but extending out not just 10 yards, but getting reps at now 20 yards as well. For our squat jumps, gonna be the same way. Our snap down, instead of sticking each rep, adding in an element of elasticity, we're gonna go bounce, bounce, stick. So tall, snap, freezing every third jump. Our seated jump to a box, just body weight, no dumbbells in our hands this time. Resting, getting our body stopped on the bench or a box, and then jumping up and stepping down up onto another box. Day 1, exercise 1 in block 2 is our single arm snatch. Same way you guys have been doing it in block 1. Get that extension, get that explosiveness, and then we're gonna reach ahead with that opposite leg, catching in a split position. All right? So that same load, get tall, and then get underneath with a split stance. Exercise 2, single arm push-up. Set a bar in the rack. Our feet are gonna be back, hands underneath the shoulder. My body's in our good straight plank line, okay? And then trying to lower ourselves, staying square, so your chest gets to the bar, and then punching back up. All right, as your strength improves, trying to lower the bar closer and closer to the floor. Exercise 3, 2 dumbbell forward lunge. 2 dumbbells or kettlebells held in our hand. Our posture stays nice and tall. Looking for the same position in the bottom that we have in like our split squat or our RFS. Now we're just gonna be dynamic in the transition out. So long step, back knee light touch. Kicking back, our abs stay strong. My leg pushes me back. Exercise 4, seated row. Whatever cable attachment you have is fine. It doesn't have to be a thick bar. All right. We want to see our torso stay vertical, not swinging back, and just pull into our chest. Number 5, barbell RDL high pull. Gonna have an RDL on the way down, so lots of hips, just a little bit of knee bend, getting below the knee, and then coming up into a high pull. So RDL, transition up, jump and let the bar fly to our chest. Exercise 6, partner GHR. Finding a creative way to kind of anchor your feet, or what works even better, have a friend, family member, teammate, whoever, hold our ankles down, trying to stay straight line from knee to shoulder, slowing ourselves as slowly as we can, making those hamstrings work, eventually catching in a push-up position, and throwing ourselves back up with as little help as possible. Exercise 7, push-up position, single arm, straight arm lat pull. Whatever side is holding the weight or the cable, that side hip is gonna wanna flip up. So really give it your attention to stay square. We're gonna be set back from the weight in a push-up position, strong reach through the ground. Our hips stay square, arms stay straight, pulling to our hip. Block 2, day 2 movement. Our seated jumps, just like we did in block 1, instead of holding weight, getting ourselves to move a little bit faster, just body weight, we're gonna jump up onto another box instead of landing on the ground. So our sit and freeze, big jump, stick, step down under control. So our lateral shuffle crossover work, again, the same as block 1. So if you have the available to use resisted, whether it be a band, bungee, whatever, go ahead and do that. If not, you're staying with just body weight. The difference between this and block 1, instead of going and sticking at every spot, we're gonna be quick and stick. So we'll be nice and athletic. Our 3 steps, bounce right back, and then freeze, okay? Going 3 times each way. Block 2, day 2 lift. Front squat, done the same way as block 1. the reps drop off, so we're trying to beat our weight for each week versus block one. Dumbbell bench, just laying on the flat bench, arms about 45 degrees to our body, from the chest to locking out, dumbbells moving at the same time. Kettlebell or dumbbell swing, done the same way in block one, starting back over so the reps drop should be a heavier bell than what we did in block one. Again, we're gonna try and build that volume over the next 3 weeks. Single leg, single arm cable row. Whatever side has the cable, opposite leg's gonna be our support. Finding a good athletic bend, and then keeping our balance and rowing from long to our chest. 2 dumbbells, single leg RDL to reverse lunge. Done the same way as block one, but now a dumbbell or kettlebell in each hand. So our RDL, come tall, stand on one foot if we can, and then stepping back. Half kneeling 2 dumbbell overhead press on one knee, butt tight, belly tight to keep our posture, both hands with weights, pressing up at the same time. Lat pull, gonna be performed the same way as block one, again on a cable exercise, pulling towards our chest. Only difference, instead of underhand, now we're gonna have an overhand grip. Block 2, day 3 movement, starting with our single leg snap down the lateral bound. Done the same way you guys did in block one, except now instead of sticking everywhere, we're gonna add that elasticity in, gonna be quick and then stick and hold. So starting tall, finding that single leg freeze, with get back, and then trying to stick and hold. Farmer's walk, gonna do the same as our suitcase carry, except we're just gonna hold 2 heavy weights, dumbbells or kettlebells at our sides, and go for a walk, down and back across kind of whatever weight room you guys have. Day 2, block 2, lift. Exercise 1 is gonna be bench, the same as we did in block 1. All right, the only difference now is the rep scheme drops. So looking back at our 3 weeks, trying to beat that weight each time up for this block. Exercise 2, chin-ups. Gonna be done the same way that you guys did your pull-ups in block 1. Only difference now is instead of grabbing overhand, we're gonna flip around and grab with our palms facing toward us. Exercise 3, incline bench press complex. You're gonna do however many prescribed reps on one arm, then the other, then both. So if my workout said sets of 3, they both start up. I would get 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and then 3 together. If it said 8, you do the same thing but with 8. Exercise 4, incline row. Again, done the same way as block 1. Again, we see the reps drop, so we're trying to beat our weights that we achieved in block 1. Sumo deadlift. We're gonna start with a wide stance, our shins and legs right up against the bar. We wanna focus on bending through the hips, keeping our back set. We're gonna sit back, open out the knees, and then finish up tall. Block 2, day 3 lift, bench press. Gonna be done the same way as block 1. The reps drop, so we're trying to beat our weight from block 1 for each of the given weeks.